Hi.
Hi. Hi.
Say it's time for Sunday morning yoga.
It's time for Sunday yoga.
Good job. Are you going to do yoga with me, Artan?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Annie? You? Vi måste vara sansen, okay?
Yeah.
Okay, let's do yoga. Go, Annie, quick.
Hi. Hi. Good morning.
Good morning. Yeah, yoga? Okay, good. Okay, thanks for arriving. Doing as much or as little as you want during the class. The hardest part about class is just unrolling the mat. No plan, just yoga fun. Try to have a strap, belt, block, book handy for modifying. Toes touch. Knees to the edges of the mat. Forehead, relax on the mat. Just take a couple really deep breaths. Relaxing on the exhales. Inhale across the upper chest. Thanks, Annie. Exhale, relax. Thank you, I have it. Thank you, Annie. Okay. I always love to roll my forehead a couple times. Kind of signify the wiping away of things. You can be in a tabletop position today. Shoulders stacked above the wrists, hips stacked above the knees. Create as much space as you can between your 10 fingers, having the index or middle finger facing the top of your mat. Inhale through the nose, lowering the belly. Exhale through the nose, arching the spine, cat-cow. On the inhale, tailbone and gaze lift. On the exhale, press the spine higher than the shoulder blades. Inhale, use some Ujjayi breath to calm that talking mind. You want to challenge yourself a little more. You can lift those knees 1 inch from the floor and attempt 3 more cat-cows. On the next exhale, down dog. Might be a little early for downward dog. You could keep your knees to the mat. You could modify downward dog if you have a shoulder, wrist, elbow injury. Modifications include dolphin, keeping the elbows down. Just keeping the knees down. They call downward dog a resting posture, and it can take a long time for it to feel anything even remotely close to a rest. Feet at the top of the mat, feet hip width apart, grabbing hold of the elbows, relaxing the neck. Sway a little bit, left and right. Sway a little bit forward and back. Low back injured, tighten the hamstrings. Then better you just bend the knees, placing the elbows onto the knees, still relaxing the neck. That belly closer to the thighs, protecting your low back. From this position, you can always straighten the legs a little more, digging into the hamstrings safely. When you're ready, I'm going to slowly rise. Bend the knees, tuck at the chin, draw those shoulders up, back and down, right as the chin lifts. Okay, I'm going to do some sun salutations to warm up from the inside out. Everyone, have a wonderful class. Inhale your arms up. Exhale, relax your neck. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, high to low plank. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. That's a sun A. I'll do a modified version next. Bend your knees, look forward, step to the top. Inhale into a straight spine, half lift. Exhale into a fold. Inhale to the sky, bend the knees if you need. Exhale back into the fold. Half lift, hands on the knees. Step back, knees down, and lower. Cobra. Down dog. Two more. Back to back. Bend your knees, look forward, step or jump. Big breath. Relax neck. We're going to meet in down dog. Okay, getting some blood moving between the joints and ligaments, veins and arteries, preparing for your practice. Chair pose adding on, so finding sun B's, look forward, bend knees, step or jump. Chair pose. Spread the fingers, tighten the belly, roll the shoulders down, and lift the chin up. Pull the knees away from the front of your mat and bend deeper into those knees. Fold. Half lift. Step or jump back. Warrior one, right foot forward. Take some eagle arms today. So left arm under right. Grab your wrist. Those will be shoulder height, moving your left shoulder towards the front edge of your mat. Deeper into the right knee. Move the elbows away from your shoulders. Learn to unlock those shoulders. Relax your forehead into the forearms. Just stay here breathing. Widen the stance if it's getting a bit easy in that posture. And release. Inhale your arms up. Exhale all the way down. Left foot forward lightly. Inhale, rise, warrior one. Eagle arms. Right arm under left. Left knee stacked. Elbows away from the shoulders. Forehead relaxing to the forearms. Winding the stance. Every breath. Rip that knot in half. Use those active feet. And slowly release. Big breath. Vinyasa. Slow that flow. If you need a bonus breath, take it. Never shut yourself shy of oxygen. Chair pose. Look forward, stepper jump. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Chair pose. Belly tight, chin up, toes up. Four corners of both feet are firmly planted. Heels are down. Then deeper. Work your new edge and fold. Half lift. Stepper jump back. And lower. Warrior one, right foot forward. Open into warrior two. Arch your arms, left arm up, right arm under, and get a hold of that, those hands behind your back. Relax your neck. If you can't get a hold of those hands, then you grab a hold of your shirt or a strap. Warrior two with arch your arms. And right knee more on those exhales. Wake up that hip. And release. Exhale to go down. Left foot forward lightly. Warrior one. Warrior two. Arch your arms. Right arm up. Left arm behind. Can't get your hands, grab a hold of your shirt, strap, belt. You relax the neck. Move that left knee to the left. Winding the stance on the exhales. Warrior two stance, so left heel lines up to right heel or arch of right foot. When you're ready, release. High to low, nice and slow. Okay, you should be feeling some heat by now. Parvatanasana pyramid. Right foot forward, feet on railroad tracks. 10 toes point the front of the room. If you tighten the hamstrings, new to yoga, you're going to be much higher. Probably be about here, even maybe higher. Find that straight spine. You're going to start feeling that right hamstring talking to you. And move that right hip away from the top edge of the mat. So the hips are going to square to the top edge of your mat. This is a modified version. You're here, you're breathing. Some of us have the hands on the floor, but arcing that upper middle back is a no-no. So go ahead, Straighten that back and feel what happens in the back of the hamstring. Belly might be resting on the thigh. One day the chest may be resting on the knee. Shoulders are away from the ears, so getting out of this scrunched up neck. Really nice. We'll transition this into a triangle with straight leg. So there's a bit of a foot reset. We're going to change that back foot to a 45-degree angle. Keep that right hand on a block or shin for support. And find some height here. So again, it is about a bit in that right hamstring. So find a straight back. And don't worry so much about that hip, but look to open the chest. Might lift that left hand up. Might even look up. Over time, you might widen that stance, but protecting that low back's a priority here. So make sure you're creating space in both sides of that low back. With a bend of the right knee, we can find our first balance of the Sunday morning practice. No jumping, no momentum. If you need, you're going to shorten the stance to shift the weight into that right foot, setting up Ardha Chandrasana half moon. No jumping. Use that strength and breath work to transition from position to position. You might very well have that right hand on a block, on the floor, on your water bottle. Everything's active, especially that right leg. Lift that hip up out of that right leg. Slowly set that left foot down, warrior two position. You might need a bend or a reset here for a sec. We're setting up warrior two. Arms are up, nice relaxed expression. Widen that stance, warrior twos. So you're leaning away from the front of the room, front of the mat, so you have that straight spine. Really hard action in warrior two is, again, a bit of a lift of the pelvis. Learning about your low back, how we protect it, day-to-day movements. Okay, warriors. What I believe we need more of are warriors of peace without compressing that left side of the body. We're going to flip that left palm to the ceiling and get the left arm up to create space in the left side. And exhale, left hand above or below that left knee. You can wrap that right shoulder around the chest, looking up towards that right hand. Move your right knee back to the right. Soften your expression. Relax your neck if you want. Quite often you have a compression in the left, a lengthening of the right. I want to lengthen both sides of the body, especially the right. Get out of these compression in the shoulders, the back. Learn about length, learn about space. Bend that right knee more. Head to ankle prep. Left hand underneath your face, right underneath your face. Block could be there if you need that extra height. Place the right hand, active right hand, on the inside of the right thigh, not on top, not on the ankle, inside. Heel of the hand is close to your hip, not the knee. Fingers face towards the knee. Inhale. Exhale, straighten that right arm. Relax your neck. Learning about how to move that femur out of the hip joint. We'll do this in a different angle on the next side. Straighten that right arm. It must straighten and balloon the right side. Relax the neck. Slowly setting up head to ankle. So you can set that left knee down to modify. This is first position for most of us. Place that right hand to the outside of that right foot, and this is probably where a lot of us stay. Even if you're up here, you're getting so many benefits of the practice. Eventually that hand's going to get to the outside of the foot. Your goal is to invite that forehead towards your ankle. Very few of us are going to get a hold of that ankle, getting the forehead to the ankle, lifting the left knee off the mat. Breathing. Make sure that right knee is stacked over the ankle, looking that the foot is in the same direction as your femur. When you're ready, set up pigeon. We're going to take this a little lower. Heel toe your right foot towards the left side of the mat and your hip. If your femur is not meeting the floor, then you're going to set a block right under that sit bone, right here. Boom. And feel the weight in the hip, in the block. Over time, you will get that femur to the mat. And that femur should line up to the edge of your mat. And if your hip's on the floor, you can feel that left hip relaxing towards the floor, then you might invite that right shin a little closer to the top of the mat. Quite common to collapse into the shoulders. Arc that back. Get some space in between the shoulder blades. Keep the shoulder blades drawing away from your ears, so you're finding space in the neck, in the breathing apparatus. Okay. Let's do that same sequence on the other side. Find your downward dog position. We started with Parvattanasana, pyramid. Get your blocks handy if you need them. Step your right foot forward about 3 feet. Check that you're not on a tight rope. You're on railroad tracks, soon to be ski tracks. Move that left hip away from the top edge of the mat. Hips are not just square to the top of the mat, but also in between your heels. Weight's equal in your feet. Hands on those blocks. You're up here. You're breathing. Getting so many benefits from your practice. Some of us have the hands on the mat, but what's more important than hand on the mat? Straighten that back. Get honest with your postures. Get honest with your practice. Maybe you're lengthening down that left thigh. Draw the shoulders away from the ears. Get that space in the neck. From here, we're moving into a straight leg triangle, Utthita Trikonasana. So right foot 45-degree, heels in one line. Come on higher to protect that low back. You might be way up here. That's awesome. It's a great place to be. Protect your back. Some of us might be down here. Find the space in the left side and then open the chest. You might not have any weight on the block or the shin. You're engaging your core. Left shoulder, left hip, and both shoulders against the wall behind you. Maybe that right arm's up. We've got 3 breaths in this posture. We're not letting go. Bend the left knee. Like I said on the other side, if you need shortened stance, remove momentum from life. Transition with integrity. You're breathing. Calm breath. When you're ready, you take your time to release into Warrior Two. Heels in one line, wide stance, exhaling into that bend of the knee. Warrior of Peace without a compression in the right. So flip that right palm. Inhale that right arm up. On the exhale, place that right hand above or below the right knee. Wrapping that left shoulder around the chest, reaching high in the sky with that left hand. So you're not drawing that left shoulder into the ear. That shoulder blade down. Relax your neck or look up. Move that left knee to the left. 3 breaths right here, everybody. I'm going to reposition my mat for a better view of the next 2 postures. 2 breaths. Okay, everybody. Slowly come back to your Warrior Two. We're setting up head to ankle prep. Right hand underneath the face on a block if you need. We're in a Warrior Two stance. Left knee must be stacked. Active left hand. Don't place it on the knee. Not on the middle of the thigh. Go for close to the hip, crease of the hip. Fingers face towards the knee. Inhale across the upper chest. Exhale, straighten that left arm and learn to unlock your hip. Balloon left side. Two more breaths, everyone. Move your left knee to the left. When you're ready, you're going to slowly release into head to ankle. So set that block to the side if you need. Place your right knee down. Make sure that your left knee is above your left ankle. The toes are pointing in the same direction as your femur. Place your left hand to the outside of your left foot. This is enough for most of us. Some of us might not even get to that point. You might be somewhere here. Don't collapse on the shoulders. Relax the neck. You got that hand on the outside of your foot. You're attempting to bring that left shoulder underneath the left knee. You have options. You can grab that foot with both hands. You might lift that right knee off the mat. Toes are active of the left foot. That means put the toes towards the knee. Get those hips out of collapsing. When you're ready, you slowly set that knee back down if it wasn't already. Move this into pigeon, so heel, toe, heel, toe, heel, toe. Femurs in the same direction of the edge of your mat. Eventually, top of right knee will be flat to the mat, right foot neither sickling left nor right. All of that makes sense. You might look to keep that left hip down and square to the top edge of the mat. This is your moment, your opportunity to breathe. Slowly release. If you want, push up into your downward dog. Set your knees down. Sitting up for crow or crow variations. If you've never done crow before, then perfect. I want you to make sure you do have a block or a thick book or two handy to get up on top of. Those that are doing crow, there's always more difficult variations, and I'll go through those as we move along here. First off, for crow, everyone, get that block, middle back end of your mat, and let's get up on that block and crouch down. Okay, so this is crow already. The reason the feet are on the block is to lift the hips up higher, which will make it a bit easier to shift weight into your hands. And that is the goal, is to just feel what it's like to have your weight in your hands. From this position with the weight mostly in your hands, you might lift one foot, the other foot, or maybe both feet. So this is how you would practice into crow for those that are new on your mat. Those that have been coming for a while, you might have the knees just above the elbow, below the tricep, looking at the top of the mat, pressing the spine above the shoulder blades, touching the toes. If that's easy, or you're doing that often and all that makes sense, then you're moving from crow to crane. And to do crane, you want to get those knees up into the armpits. And maybe you're thinking crane is too easy. Then you could always move to something called Ika Pada, which is crane with one leg straight. Good try. So choose your position, and again, just spending some time on the block, learning what it's like to have weight in the hands is going to give you the benefits you're after. Breathe wherever you are. When you're ready, let's meet in a yogic squat here. So you're trying to keep your knees down. Widening the stance, if that'll help keep your knees down. Now, when you lift that chest, you might use the knees on the inside, the elbows on the insides of the knees. Take a moment. Spine strength. Let's get to our belly. So, hands under your shoulders. Fingers line up to the top edge of your shoulders. Draw those elbows tight and get those shoulders away from your ears. You're going to lift your knees and your gaze. You're not going to lift your chest. You're not going to lift your belly button or hands or feet. Inhale. You're using back strength, not palm pressure. Your goal for those that practice Cobra often is to move those elbows towards a 90-degree angle, keeping your belly button on the floor because that protects your back. Legs are engaged, drawing that tailbone towards the heels. When you're ready, you slowly release. We'll take that straight into locust. And releasing the hands behind your back. If you can interlace the hands, no problem. Grab a strap, grab a belt. Everything up. Shoulders away from the ears. Point the toes. Get the heels of the hands to touch, and then the thumb off your back. Next, airplane, spreading the wings, so full locust, or floor bow. If you're feeling warmed up enough, you're going into floor bow, grabbing ankles with hands. Thumb to index finger, so 5-finger grip, and rise. Are you breathing? Doesn't matter what you're doing, make sure it involves a deep breath. Windshield wiper those legs. Reach your right hand out to the right. Place your left hand underneath your left shoulder, opening up for a chest opener. Setting up for a chest opener. You can bend the right elbow to modify this. Inhale, opening up that shoulder. Left foot might be behind. Left foot might be in front. When you're ready, insert sides. So reaching that left hand to the left. Placing that right hand underneath your shoulder. Wherever you go is fine. You're just focusing on getting a bit of shoulder mobility back. Opening of the chest. Slowly release. Okay, everybody. We'll do a neck release posture, 3 stages. Comfortable seated position. Could be cross-legged, could be Baddha Konasana. Active right hand. I want you to sit on your right hand, palm down. Come in from the side, not the back or the corner. Inhale, lengthen up and lean a little to the right. And place your right hand, your left hand directly to the left of your left hip and shoulder. Lengthen a bit more and exhale your left ear to your left shoulder. Feeling the stretch down the right side of the neck directly from the right ear towards the right shoulder. Utilize your exhales for more relaxation. Stay here. Some of us have the option of deepening the stretch by inhaling that left hand up. Getting a hold of the jawline just below behind the ear. And exhaling, deepening the stretch. Straightening the back, relaxing the jaw. You have a hold of your jawline. You can exhale your left hand back down. Straight spine. Lengthen both sides of the body. Your next posture of your 3 stages is inviting the chin towards your left armpit. And I want you to feel the stretch move from the right side of the neck towards the back right corner. Dry your breath so it's you and the sound of your breath and the stretch in the back right corner of the neck. Your third stage is inviting the chin straight down to the sternum, feeling the stretch on both sides of the back of the neck. You move your chin slightly to the left and feel the stretch move slightly to the right of the spine. 3 to 5 deep breaths. Allow your chin to rest on your sternum. Get off of your right hand. Cup your forehead. And kneel your head up. Awesome. Active left hand. Come in from the side, not from the back or the corner. Palm down. Sit on your hand. Next inhale, find that space in your back. Leaning a little to the left. Starting that stretch. Right hand to the right. Right ear to right shoulder. Where is the stretch? You want to stretch from the left ear towards the left shoulder, straight line. Stage 2, invite your chin towards your armpit. Feel the stretch and move from the side to the back corner of the neck. Chin to sternum. Move chin slightly to the right of the sternum. Feel where the stretch moved. Chin down. Get off of your hand. Inhale, lift your forehead up with the palm of the hand. Okay, great job. Onto your back, nice and slow. Core, interlace your fingers behind your head. You're not pulling on your neck, you're resting your head into your hands. Knees above the hips, heels just below the knee line. Inhale, lift your shoulder blades up. Hold your lungs full. Press top rim of sacrum down. Exhale, point your elbows towards your left knee and straighten the right leg. Hold the lungs empty. Pull the belly down. Let right heel 3 feet from the floor. Inhale your lungs full. Press top rim of sacrum down. Keep your shoulders up. Toes are active. Exhale, point the elbows to the right. Straighten the left leg. Keep your knee above your hip. Toes active. Press top rim of sacrum down. Inhale. Hold your lungs full. Press top rim of sacrum down. Shoulders up. Exhale. Point to the right. Straighten the left leg. Pull the belly down. Lift the right shoulder. Inhale, center. Press top rim of sacrum down. Hold the lungs full. Keep your shoulders up. Exhale, point to the left. To the right. Straighten left. Pull belly down. Curl tailbone up. Inhale. Hold lungs full. Press top rim of sacrum down. Keep your shoulders off of the mat. Exhale, point to the left. Straighten the right. Curl your tailbone up. Right heel 1 meter from the floor. Inhale, center. Hold your lungs full. Press top rim or sacrum down. Keep your shoulders up. Exhale, point to the right. Straighten that left leg. Curl the tailbone. Lift the right shoulder. Inhale, center. Hands, feet, head down. One boat pose. Big stretch. And rise. Grab the thighs. This is your modified boat pose. Look to straighten the spine. Some of us might let go of the thighs. Some of us might go into a pike pose. Good looking to protect that back and find length in the low back. When you're ready, you're going to slowly release. Great job, everybody. Go ahead, windshield wipe to those legs a couple times. Let's connect with our breath before Shavasana. Baddha Konasana, feet, hand on belly, hand on heart. Take a minute here before Shavasana to just cool the body and the breath. You did a great job arriving on your mat today. Doing as much or as little as possible. Reaping the benefits of the seeds you sow. Final Shavasana. Heels mat width apart or more. Palms face the ceiling. Arms are not in contact with the body. Let it go. Let it all go. Start to move your fingers and toes. Inhale, morning stretch. Exhale on your side. Come up to a seated position. Thanks for joining me today. Namaste.